Hello, Serge here, and as you can see, I have one of these poles with a reflector on it, like people use in their driveway or whatever, over here. And you just saw that when I made that swing, and that pole is right down at my toe line. You saw it nicked it a little bit, and it was vibrating back and forth. And so that's a prop for our next question here that we have. Clipboard's a question, and it's a good one. And this one comes from Pa Bruce. And Pa Bruce says, "Dear Serge, I have been a one-plane swinger for 30 years and could never really improve. I've been using your swing and dropped 8 strokes on my handicap, even though I'm 65. My problem is when I hit a bad shot, it usually is a solid pull hook up to 40 yards left of the target. I can feel that I finish low over my left shoulder, like my old swing. What drill should I use to finish in a T position? Thanks." Submitted by Bruce, and there's his name, Bruce A. Brown. Okay, Bruce. Now, the concept that we're going to do here is we're going to go over the swing a little bit and figure out what's supposed to happen. It's obvious that for whatever reason, you're going back to your rotational swing in your finish. We know that the Serge swing is a limited turn, 3/4 backswing, and it has to be swinging on the maximum vertical incline plane for our posture. All right, I always determine plane as if your ball is over here, it's a line from the ball up through the neck, resting on the shoulders, like we lay a pane of glass over our shoulders, and we swing our arms up the underside of the plane up the swing, and we go through the club would actually be going through the plane in the backswing. So we have a vertical 12 o'clock swing, light, in harmony with gravity. But guess what? If we have that plane again over here that's coming up and down, once I go into catcher's mitt and I start my lift, my forward arm is rubbing the plane all the way up so that my hands are getting up somewhere about my ear, but we're limiting the rotation to the club vertical. And as we start to come back down, we come down the plane, we come off it as we approach impact. When we start going into the forward mitt, once we're in the forward mitt and we start going up the tree, we're back on the plane. So we're swinging up on the same plane we swung up on the backswing. That's why I think I'm a one-plane swinger. Sergeites are one-plane swingers, because we're up on it, start down, we come below the plane here, in the forward catcher's mitt, and then we're back up on the plane, and guess what? The arm's going up the plane, but the club is going through it. 12 o'clock, recoil and relax up here. What Bruce is saying is he's feeling like he's getting over here. So, and again, just go watch almost any golf on TV, and you'll probably see 90% plus of the majority of the players who are all rotational today, because that's basically the main swing that's been taught for the last 20 years. And they're taught to start the downswing by turning their body, which straightens the forward leg. And one of the things you see they do is they hold on through impact to stop the pull, because where does the pull come from? If I'm square at impact, my shoulders are square at impact, my club face is square. But if I start turning too much and I let my hands square up to my shoulders, look at where my shoulders are. In my normal swing, they're basically just about parallel to the aiming line. So my hands are, at this point, perpendicular to the aiming line. But if I've opened my hips and shoulders too much by turning to stop my downswing and turning too much, which straightens my forward leg, and I square up over here, look where my palm is, and therefore that's where my face is. The ball's going dead left. So when a lot of players are here, they're holding on a little bit going through, and they hold on, and then at the last second they rotate over and you see them palm down. Well, the Serge swing says palms perpendicular to ground throughout the swing. So one of your first drills would be what I call the cactus test. You stand up, you make believe you're like a cactus, and you bend over. And so when you're in this position, if you turn a little bit, your hands, you put your hand up here. Where's your hand? It'll be out from your ear. I come here and I can put it there, and I put the club up there, it's vertical. Notice my hands were dead perpendicular. I lose about 15 degrees right here, but even when I put it in, I'm making sure that once I swing here, the club's going up vertical. It's light. You can swing a light club faster than a heavy club. So if you're doing that in the backswing, all you have to do now is make sure that on this side, you get over. Then you can just stand here, swing up here, put your hand here, and see where it is. Your club gets into your hand, and you come over, finishing very close to the ear. So that's the cactus test. That's kind of one of the things I call about learning my place in space. I swing from right ear to left ear, and the whole concept is to make sure that I stand the club up in the backswing, and then when I swing to the forward swing, I'm standing it up, recoil and relax with the club at the target. Skipping rocks is another good way to do it. And swing up to your forward ear, and boom. Then when you get there, just make sure you put your left hand there with it, your forward hand, to make sure that you know where to go. One of the things is anytime you do any drill with one hand alone at some point in the swing, you have to make sure you join the other hand there so that it knows where it's going. Because let's say again, I try to make a backswing and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to skip rocks to learn my backswing. Well, that's great, that looks good. But see what? With my limited turn, my forward hand can't reach that backhand. So if I'm learning that place, it's not the right place. I have to swing it right about there where that reaches. And conversely on this side, when I swing up to this way, if I swing up and go like this, that hand can't reach it. I got to learn the places right there. So that's learning your place. Last but not least, let's get back to this marker here that you put like in your driveway, the reflector. Now I wouldn't hit this too often because I'll very likely break the reflector, but I've done this so you can do this with on the edge of a tree, or you can get a stick without a reflector and that'll be okay. What you just want to learn is when I go into catcher's mitt, forward mitt, and I'm starting up, you want to get this feeling of ricocheting off that stick, which is going to ricochet the club up. And in many cases, I almost feel like the club is coming up on that side of my hands, which in fact it really is, because that's how I keep it close to my ear. Because if this club head gets on that side of my hands, the left side of it or the outside of it, in terms of facing the target, where is the club going? It's going to cause more rotation of your arms in your hands, and therefore the club. And once the club goes there, that law of physics, bodies in motion, stay in motion, they'll set in motion until otherwise acted upon by an outside source. So we're the outside source. So this right hand is the key that stops it. So when I hit that point, it goes up, and I'm stopping the rotation. I'm trying to make this club go straight up. And if it goes a little bit that way, even the better. That's what's going to really keep it close to the ear. So you want to get the feeling of that ricocheting off that reflector pole. Ricocheting off that reflector pole. Tree works, a stick works, and if you're doing the side of a building, you do it really slow, because you have to be careful. If you hit this thing way too hard, you could actually snap the club and possibly whip it around and maybe even come back and hurt you. So I'm doing all this just to learn this feeling and get that sense of swinging of the club, hitting that stick and ricocheting off it. That's the word I like, ricocheting up, straight up, ricocheting straight up, so I can finish right near my shoulder. So try those drills, and I'm pretty sure, in fact not pretty sure, I know you'll find out that the use of your right hand, finishing close to your ear, will get rid of that problem of finishing low left and hitting those pull hooks. Okay, and therefore you'll be hitting it more solid and straight and shooting those lower scores. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.